BSE Sensex today soared to a new record high of 22,812.36 in opening trade on sustained foreign capital inflows and tracking positive domestic cues, including robust corporate earnings. Stock markets hit record highs, with the BSE Sensex edging above the 22,800 levels and the Nifty hitting 6,829.40. The rupee, however, hitting a low of 60.71 per dollar, its lowest since March 24th. My colleague Arun joins us with more information. Arun, we did see quite a bit of good news even yesterday, and it looks like the trend is continuing.
Akshita, that's right. While the stock markets are on a tear, remember the Nifty has once again hit another new high. Yesterday it crossed the psychologically important 6817 levels, and today you are seeing it trading at about 6835. While that is a very big positive as far as the stock market is concerned, the worry is on the currency front because, as you rightly pointed out, the currency is trading lower. In fact, it touched lows of close to about 60.8. Now, that is the big worry because if the currency continues to depreciate, that means to say your oil imports will become much more costlier. So we will have to wait and watch. Actually, the analyst community is saying that much of the depreciation in the rupee is coming because of the dollar index and also because of rising demand coming in from the oil marketing companies ahead of the first week of next month when shipments are due to arrive in the country. So the demand from the oil marketing companies is what has actually pushed the rupee lower, and this should normalize. But on the flip side, many of the analysts are saying that the rupee is unlikely to go above 59.90. So this could be a range of 59.90 to about 60.80 or even 61. That could be a range within which we will have to work till probably the election outcome comes, Akshita.
Right, Arun, so it definitely looks like this is sugar-coated news to say in the least, but definitely looks like it's still riding on that sentiment more than anything else.
That's right, Akshita, because clearly as far as the stock market and the currency markets are concerned, they are factoring in the arrival of a new government, a pro-reform, pro-business kind of a government, and that's the reason why the sentiment has actually started spreading. You find that people, particularly the foreign institutional investors, in fact the domestic institutional investors like insurance companies and banks, they seem to be actually selling stocks instead of buying, but the foreign investors are the ones who are willing to bet as far as India is concerned. That's the reason why you are seeing actually a lot of money coming in with a little bit of profit booking coming on and off. But clearly the sentiment is once again picking up because there is a belief that a new government, if it comes in Delhi, it will be pro-business, pro-reform, and that will augur well for the economy, Akshita.
Right, Arun, thank you so much for joining us with all that information. But it definitely seems like good news at this point. Maybe, of course, we could face a repercussion of the same. It could prove to be dangerous, especially the rupee value at this point could hit the oil prices from the global effect as well. But keeping that in mind, the Wall Street, it definitely seems to be at a record high at this point. How long will it last is something that will be interesting to watch out for, considering that this particular high is being driven particularly by sentiments. And moving on, the ever-rising land rates have been the cause for several disputes, encroachments and the growth of land sharks. A layout coming up in Aanekal is not only illegal but has also encroached land on stormwater drains and the lake bed.
This layout is coming up on the outskirts of Aanekal under Karpur Panchayat limits. Construction work has already begun here. Pro-farmer activists have alleged that it is illegal and they have documents to prove their claim. According to them, the developers have encroached lake land as well as the land on a stormwater drain. Developers created fake documents and sold sites to innocent people.
ಇದು ರಾಜಕಾಲುವೆ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇದು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು 80 ಫೀಟ್ ರಾಜಕಾಲುವೆ, ದೊಡ್ಡ ರಾಜಕಾಲುವೆ ಇದು. ಇಷ್ಟು ಜಾಗ ಒತ್ತುವರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾನೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೆರೆದು ಅಂಗಳದು ಒತ್ತುವರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ಪೂರ್ ಪಂಚಾಯಿತಿಯವರು ನಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಪಂಚಾಯಿತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. 9 10 ಇದು ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಟನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಸರ್ವೆ ನಂಬರ್, ಇದು ಪಂಚಾಯಿತಿಯವರೆಗೂ ಅನ್ವಯಿಸಲ್ಲ ಇದು.
The farmers allege that the duo of Gopal Reddy and Nitin G. Karkikar converted the land in survey number 147 of Karpur village after having secured the nod from the panchayat. They have already sold sites to people. According to procedure, if a layout has to be developed, permission has to be obtained from BMRD after conversion of land. The duo has allegedly not followed this procedure. Besides violating norms, Gopal and Nitin have allegedly encroached lake land and land on the stormwater drain. They maintain that they have not committed any irregularity. The lawyer who is waging a legal battle has this to say.
The document ಸಮೇತ ನಾನು ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ದಂಡಾಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳ ಬಳಿ ಹೋದಾಗ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪರಿಶೀಲನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವರು ಈ ಒಂದು ಲೇಔಟ್ಗೆ ಮಂಜೂರು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಲೇಔಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾನು ಮತ್ತು ಕನ್ವರ್ಷನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಅವರು ಸ್ಟೇ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರ ಮೂಲಕ ಈ ಲೇಔಟನ್ನು ಸ್ಟೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಆದೇಶವನ್ನು ಹೊರಡಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
Who is right, the farmers or the developers? Manjunath, News 9, Bengaluru.
And the beautiful Rabindranath Tagore beach in Karwar is facing a threat. The Indian Coast Guards are trying to take over the beach, but the people of Karwar are determined to save the beauty of the city. Here's a report.
Karwar is known as the Kashmir of Karnataka, and this thanks mainly due to the famous Rabindranath Tagore beach. Hundreds of tourists from all over the globe come to visit the beach every year. Even local residents frequent it. Not just tourists, fishermen are also seen as they head out in the Kali River waters to earn their livelihood. Coast Guard to take over the beach. Of late, the Indian Coast Guard has put up a board which says prohibited area and hovercraft landing area on the beach. Local residents and various organizations have been protesting against this for quite some time now.
ಈ ಕಾರವಾರ ತಾಲೂಕಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವ ಬೀಚ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಉಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋ ಬೀಚ್ ಇದು ಒಂದೇ. ಈ 19 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಏನೋ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾರವಾರ ತಾಲೂಕಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬೀಚ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಚೈನಾ ಗೋಡೆ ಹಾಕಿದ ಹಾಗೆ ನೇವಿ ನೆವಲ್ದವರು ಗೋಡೆಯನ್ನು ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬೀಚನ್ನು ನೋಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇರೋ ಬೀಚ್ ಒಂದು ಸುಮಾರು ಒಂದು 3 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಒಂದು ಬೀಚ್ ಇದೆ. ಇದು ಆ ಬೀಚನ್ನು ಈಗ ಕಬಳಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್ ಗಾರ್ಡ್ನವರು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
3 years back, the Coast Guard requested the Karwar authorities to allow them to build an office in and around the beach. The Deputy Commissioner had reportedly given 13 acres of land. The Coast Guard had to stall plans due to protests. Various organizations even submitted a memorandum to the DC stating that the Rabindranath Tagore beach should not be given to the Coast Guard at any cost.
ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರು ಹೋರಾಟ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದನ್ನು ಮೀನುಗಾರರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರಿಗೆ ವಿಹಾರಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಒಂದೇ ಬೀಚ್ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕಬಳಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಗಲಾಟೆ ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟರು ಸರ್ಕಾರದವರು. ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರವು ಬಿಟ್ಟರು ಮತ್ತು ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರವು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನ್ನಣೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈಗ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಸಲ, ಈಗ 2ನೇ ಸಲ 3ನೇ ಸಲ ಈ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್ ಗಾರ್ಡ್ ಏನು ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಇವ್ರೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಮಗೂ ಈಗ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಮಗೆ ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರಿಗೆ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಒಂದು DC ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಜಿ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಅವಾಗ
The beach is the only one left in Karwar after the others were encroached. This is a reason why residents are trying their best to stop the Coast Guard from taking over. But will their efforts be successful? Sandeep Sagar, News 9, Karwar.